Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're gonna have a look at the Jinhao 992. I had one of these about 8 years ago when I was trying to get back into fountain pens. And unfortunately, the cap ring first came off the pen and then the rest of the cap fell apart. Why did I buy this one then? Well, when I was reviewing the Jinhao 82, I was complaining about the nib performance of fine and medium nibs, and some people in the comments pointed out that they had good luck with Jinhao's number 5 fine nibs. And I spotted this one on sale on AliExpress, and it was about the same price as Jinhao's number 5 nib. I also wanted to know how it compares to the Jinhao 82, which is a couple years younger. Just like the 82, it's also made out of injection molded plastic. It's cigar shaped and it has identical length to the Sailor 911S. What's more interesting is that the 82 isn't simply a version of the 992 with flat ends. The 992 doesn't have a ring on the back and on the top. This piece on the 82 can be screwed out, but not on the 992. The cap unscrews in 1¼ rotations, which gives us access to the stainless steel fine nib with a Jinhao plastic feed. I wasn't able to screw out the nib unit, but the feed and the nib can be easily pulled out. The section has a different shape and it's actually a little bit narrower on the 992. Another difference is that the 82 uses a metal piece inserted into the section, while the 992 does have a single piece of plastic that's holding identical converter. And they both have O-rings, so no issues with the pen body screwing out accidentally. The clips are also slightly different, as are the cap rings. As you can see, the cap ring on the 992 overhangs the plastic part of the cap, which likely causes these stress points that I have experienced. Both have plastic liners. The one in the 992 is black and the one in the 82 is transparent. And the cap on the newer 82 seals better than on the older model. 135 millimeters, identical to the Sailor 911S and significantly shorter than the Lamy Safari. The 992 is also 3 grams lighter than the 82, which makes the 82 feel a little bit more solid. 11.8 centimeters. When unposted, it's a little bit too short for me. Luckily it posts very well, but it's still just 14.5 centimeters long when posted. Now it's finally time to have a look at how it writes. So this is the Jinhao 992 with the fine nib, and the ink is Diamine Wild Strawberry. The nib has a little bit of feedback and no obvious issues. It makes about 0.5 millimeter line, which is a proper Western fine. Skipping, no issues when it comes to wetness. It's pleasantly wet, and horizontal vertical line variation there is none. Hard starts, I think this was an issue, and the pen isn't perfect when it comes to hard starts. However, it's not serious enough to bother me. Flex. This is a pretty stiff nib. you will not get a lot of line variation out of it, and it's not a pleasant experience to push the nib the way I am pushing it right now. Reverse. Actually works quite well. It's pretty pleasant and the ink keeps flowing, not too scratchy. This fine nib is definitely an improvement over the extra fine and medium ones that I had. The Fuday was also quite usable, it's just quite picky about the ink. Nothing about this nib is super exciting, but I'm just happy that it works quite well at this price point. What bothers me a little bit is the section. It's 8.8 centimeters wide at the narrowest point, and while the section on the 82 is about 0.5 millimeters wider, it makes quite a bit of difference, together with that pen being slightly heavier. Even though I believe that plenty of people wouldn't really mind that. Overall though, unless you really prefer the look of the 992, I don't see any reason to get it over the 82. The 82 comes in more interesting finishes, the cap seals a little bit better, and it doesn't have the same weak point as the 992. And now I can finally say that I can recommend the Jinhao 82, but make sure that you either buy one with a fine or a Fuday nib. In any case, I'm gonna keep using my 992 to see if it falls apart again or not. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!